Welcome, Crusaders, and thanks for joining me for Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We're down here in Pulura's Fall, kind of trying to progress our angel mythic path, and we've taken care of a few things down here. The rest of them, it looks like we may actually need to leave, go to some other locations, and then come back. But I believe we have not gone up this stairway yet, so we're going to see what's up here before we move on. We've got some kind of pool. The starry sky is miraculously reflected in the surface of the water. The mirrored image is a perfect reproduction of the real thing, allowing you to see even the smallest details. That's pretty cool. We need to go to Winter Sun, the newlyweds. Oh. Okay, we've got... right. Some sort of puzzle here. Great. A Pathfinder puzzle. Will we be able to figure this out? The Lantern Bearer, the Thrush, the Cusp, Stranger, Stargazer, the Mother, the Pack, the Wagon, Patriarch, the Rider, Daughter, Bridge, Newlyweds, and Lantern Bearer. Okay. What's back here behind? More Devas, Stargazers. Another door. Oh, okay. Oh, Nidalav. I haven't spoken to them. A dark-haired woman is absorbed in sketching an assortment of dagger blades lying on the ground before her. The thick sketchbooks beside her are also filled with drawings of weapons. Suddenly aware that she is being watched, the woman looks up from her work with an exclamation of surprise. Oh, a visitor in the temple. Your weaponry is so interesting. I'm sorry. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Nidalav, a priestess of Pulura, mistress of stars and farewells. What can you tell me about this place? Nothing you couldn't learn from others. This is an ancient temple, one of the most sacred in all Sarkoris. After the wound opened, it turned into a secret enclave of resistance. Of course, we don't fight the demons directly, but our knowledge will help us to defeat them someday, once and for all. Who better to take up such a burden than us? Of course, we did not expect Lady Pulura to prolong our mortal lives, but I am glad of her gift. I would gaze at the stars for another 100, even another 200 years, if it would help us succeed in our mission. So I guess that thing out here, that pool, is that, like, that's how they gaze at the stars, since they're not actually going outside to look at them. What are you drawing? By a stroke of luck, I came across some blades belonging to ritual daggers. They were just lying in a box in some dusty corner. Just imagine. Sarkorian art stored away in the temple and then forgotten. So, this is what I do in my spare time. I gather the items that once made our nation famous and make sketches, and whatever I cannot find, I draw from memory. During the first 20 years of our imprisonment, I sketched our traditional clothing and adornments. I tried to account for all the clans, even those that had perished or disappeared before the opening of the world wound. Luckily, items from all across Sarkoris are stored in our temple. They were once brought as gifts or for the funeral rites of the chieftains. Then I switched to cookware, and then to wood carvings. The wood carvings took me almost half a century, since that was one of the main art forms practiced in Sarkoris. Now I have moved on to weapons. When I'm finished, it will be the most complete collection of sketches on the subject of Sarkorian art. At the very least, these items will be preserved on paper, if nowhere else. I found an unusual dagger on an undead corpse, not far from the temple. Nidalev's eyes light up. Oh, I recognize the workmanship. Daggers like this tell the story of our great pride and great sorrow. Did you know this temple used to be the gate through which the Sarkorian chieftains passed into eternity? When the rivers flowed with water, barges would depart from Iz, carrying the bodies of the deceased chieftains. Once the bodies arrived here and the proper rituals were observed, the dead were sent on their final journey. The burial barge would be set on fire, and the chieftains would set off on their last journey aboard the flaming vessel. I myself performed such rites for 2 chieftains, but the world wound did not spare our sacred waterfall or our dead. When the water began to dry up, the cultists of Cabriri turned the bodies of the chieftains into undead. We sheltered behind the walls of our temple, all the while knowing that our noble chieftains had been made into monsters. They roamed the area, killing the refugees who were trying to flee the dying Sarkoris. What an ignominious end. Nidalev's voice sounds more angry than sad. Forgive me, this wound has not yet healed and likely never will. But if you can, bring peace to our chieftains and bring me their weapons. At least 21 of the monsters raised by these cultists still remain. What can you tell me about your leaders, Eliandra and Kater? 21 ceremonial daggers. Okay. They certainly know how to make an impression, don't they? They are as different as day is to night, but that is their strength, and therefore ours as well. Kater is our protector. He is a rock, an anchor against the storm, holding fast against the tide of demon hordes. Eliandra is our guiding star. She has been a leader to others since childhood, and I should know. I followed her here to the temple. Okay. Over here.
Oh, well, that happened.
Okay, we failed that knowledge world check. This just goes back out into the other room.
I sense something.
Oh, what did we just see? Shoot, somebody just noticed something. Was it? Back in here? Huh. I don't know. Something tinged. Where's this lead? Bedroom? Okay. Let's check out this chest and then...
Finished here. Is there more?
Wow, chunk of gold in there. Alright, so out here we've got these things around on the floor. They do anything when we click on them? So we need to get these all in the right order or something? That's a lot of them to have to... Guess we'll just see if we light them all up, what happens. Stranger. Cusp. Okay. Well, that didn't appear to do anything. Wow. Alright, so I guess we're looking for 21 daggers now. Let's check these out. So, find Kater's secret place near the stone tree. Perhaps the stone tree. That must be another location, I'm thinking. And then bring the sword to Regnard. Huh. Bring him the sword of Alberige. Claims the corpse of Alberige is still lying outside the shrine. Which shrine, I guess. And then we need to go to Winter Sun. Find Gorham's family. And all of those then... Teriel, did we speak to them? That's not one of these, is it? I'm pretty sure we talked to a Teriel, but I don't remember what they told us to do. Is that related to this? Oh boy, okay. I think it looks like we've... Oh, we haven't been in there. Okay. Alright, let's go back down there and check out that pathway. We'll leave this room for now. Haven't been in here, I guess. Kater, we probably should speak to him again, huh? Oh, this leads somewhere else even. Let's see if Kater has anything to say. Kater's gaze is clear and direct as he greets you. I'm listening. Tell me about Sarkoris. I would rather not answer that question. Kater winces, then adds apologetically. I'm sorry, that was rude. It's just... not many can boast that their country has been wiped off the face of Golarion. not conquered, not decimated, but wiped out, along with all of its people, cities, forests, and rivers. And I watched it happen with my own eyes. I don't want to remember what everything was like before. Do you know anything about Arilu Vorlash and the opening of the World Wound? May that witch be damned for all eternity, along with her progeny, if she has any. Yes, I know about her, though not much. There was no respect for arcane magic in Sarkoris, and there were reasons for our distrust. Divine spellcasters always have someone above them, someone who can control them. A dishonorable priest or a paladin will lose their power immediately. Even with the priest of an evil god, an enemy, you still always know who they are and what to expect from them. But there is no higher authority for wizards. Nothing limits their might or their experiments with the very essence of the world. Our elders tried to control this chaos as best they could, but they could not wish to be harsh. They didn't execute offenders on the spot, they simply put them in prison. Wizards weren't even forbidden from practicing magic. They simply had to do it under supervision. But with Arilu, everything went wrong. The witch managed to reach out to Descari directly from the fortress where she was being held, and then served up her country on a silver platter to the lords of the Abyss. How do you manage to keep your life in the temple a secret? We made everyone believe that Pulura's fall was destroyed along with Sarkoris. We staged the destruction of the temple. It was 100 years ago now, but those of us who had families didn't even get to say goodbye. We couldn't let anyone from the outside world know that we were still alive and hiding in the temple. Since then, only a few of the most experienced rangers are allowed to leave the temple and go on raids. We do it secretly, pretending to be crusaders or cultists, and we go to great lengths to ensure we are not followed. So far, our tactics have been successful. We've survived here for 100 years, and I hope things continue that way. Locked up for 100 years to keep their watch? Forgotten by everyone? Sounds familiar. Noticing Kater's eyes on him, Lon bows his head politely. I'm not judging. Your post, your watch. Alright. What's back here then? Another bedroom. Yeah. So now it looks like we've covered every area here. I guess that means we leave. Because from what I can tell, the rest of these quests, we need stuff from other places. So I think, okay, the hand, I thought he said that he could take us back to Dresden. We don't really want to go back to Dresden. But he just like teleported us here, so I'm not sure where we even are on the map. Let's see what happens if we exit over here. Okay. So he teleported us basically clear into their underground encampment there. It's interesting. Okay. So we never actually explored this outer area. I don't know if we should expect enemies here. Let's... Oh, here's this one of the daggers laying around. Funerary dagger of Aramora, the Sky Reader. Is that one of the 21 we're looking for? I was hoping for a little quest pop up there. Ascend to the top.
They will break against
Oh no,
our
okay.
resolve.
Yeah, we should have been more prepared here. Okay. Ancient Sarkorian whites. I don't know how much of a big deal these things are going to be. Sela, let's go ahead and mount up. And let's get the lead blades on, or we could do like protection. Are these guys awful evil? Let's have her get the protection from evil on us. Or can we not cast it? Not sure. No actions left. Okay. Ember, let's see. These things are pretty well lined up here for Fire Snake. We hit. Could hit. Maybe if actually, she's not going to be able to move and cast. So let's get these 3. Nice. Oh boy, we got specters too back here. Great. And they're corpulent. Not sure what that means. Corpulent specter. Different from regular specter in some way. Bismuth, let's get you around here. Lawn, well, we're about to bark skin. Let's just start working on these things.
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
Yeah, we should have taken a moment to put some buffs on when we first came out here. We should have known. Should have known from the eerie music when we started out here that we were going to be getting into battle. All right, Zeke, mount up. Oh, we risked an attack of opportunity there. Does he have any movement left? Probably not. No. Okay. Social. Let's see what. These specters, they're gonna be trying to take levels. I think. Use it. Let's maybe use the death ward. We're not gonna be able to reach anybody or that. Okay, let's just do. He can do the protection from evil.
The light take you.
There we go. I have a feeling these whites won't be a huge deal, but I don't know. These specters worry me. Yeah, I just took a level there from Arusula, I think. It scrolled away before I could see what happened there. Oh, drains 2 levels from lawn. Okay. Great. Well, Ember's Fire did pretty decently against them. Just keep that up. They're really fixated on getting to lawn back here, it looks like. Alright. So, we really... these things aren't very strong. Yeah. Sela, you just get back in here. I'm gonna real time this. I think we can manage these things. Don't need to prolong it. There we go. Another negative level. Is that lawn? Lawn took several negative levels there. I think we have some restoration. There you go. All better. Okay. Ember's taking a break there. Alright, we were trying to look at this loot and then another dagger here, it looks like. Funerary dagger of Hid the Twin. Okay, so yeah, are there going to be 21 of those laying around here? I guess let's attempt this athletics check. Takes us right up into battle. More specters. Jeez. Alright, well, Bismuth just lost a bunch of levels there, but it's fine.
Endure this.
We have more whites ready to stand up over here. Is that what those are? No, that looks like another traveler.
Strike as one.
Ember, how about a scorching ray? Oh, she just about got him there, right? Oh, Social's too far away. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, Bismuth took some negative levels. Let's get him fixed up.
I will guide us.
What do we have here? Torn out pages from a Sarkorian book. Guess we're at the edge of the map.
Defeat is
Oh. Well, okay. We had another dagger on him, but now we've got earth elementals to deal with. Boy. Yeah. This is not the most appealing area to fight in. Let's see. Guess lawn. Let's try to move you over here. Let's work on the one right here in the middle of everybody.
make every strike count.
Okay, Zeke and Saxon, let's see if you can finish off this elemental. Or not. Okay, we took care of that one. And we got them all in front of us, at least.
No glory without risk.
Why are these things so hard to hit? Jeez. Lon can hit him with his arrows, but everybody else just whiffing in spectacular fashion.
I can still
Social's really taking the heat over there.
I will resist.
Luckily, he's got the last stand. So if we can't get him out of there, he should be all right.
not hold back.
Well, as I'm playing this is, I think, the first weekend after Baldur's Gate 3 is officially out. I had thought, beginning of this year, that I would be finished with this game by now and would be moving on to Baldur's Gate. That obviously is nowhere close. to the way it's played out. If you're still here watching me play this, I would appreciate it. If you're busy playing Baldur's Gate, I understand. Looks like a pretty awesome game. Eventually, I will play it, but it's probably going to be a while.
Endure this.
Oh. Bismuth just got wrecked.
Prepare yourself.
Let's pull out a little instrument of freedom. Try to finish this thing.
Make every strike count.
Okay. Boy. Is each one of these daggers going to be that hard to pick up? There's 21 of them. Well, that's going to take us a while. Oh, we've picked up quite a few. We must have had some of these. Did we pick up some down there inside the shrine already? Or have we been carrying these around? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 13 to go. Okay, there was quite a bit going on up here on this ledge. Is that it? Or we can walk over here. Alright.
Godspeed.
Let's pop back down then. Continue down this way. Alright, we're at the edge of the map, aren't we? Got more whites. Right. Let's, if we can, take a minute.
All ears.
Let's get some of the buffs on that we shoot. Never mind. All right, we're in battle again.
The sun.
No glory without risk.
Nice. Let's see if Amber can hit all these with a burning arc. And the Triceratops is down again. Oh, great. Came back and gave Arusula a spanking.
Strike as one.
Okay, one left.
Inheritor, guide my
Finish this guy off, and then we'll be able to continue on. Okay. We had some more level drains, so let's take care of those. Okay, another dagger there. Boy, I hope we find all these daggers and don't end up. But those guys are carrying them. That's where we picked all those up before. So it looks like we should get to 21 easily. What I'm worried about is we get to 20, and there's one that we missed somewhere. Oh, we paused because there's a white down there. The shape of the stone resembles a tall, thin tree, and its surface feels like the texture of tree bark. Okay, this must be that stone tree we're talking about in here. There's one of these. Here, Kater's secret place near the stone tree. What's this? A tombstone engraved with the following epitaph. Kater, a Sarkorian ranger. He walked many paths, but the last one led him to Pharasma's boneyard. An inscription on the tombstone says, Kater, warrior Pulura, lies here. The only man fitting this description is alive and well, and able to explain the meaning of this grave. Okay, so we need to speak to Kater again. Alright. Let's keep looking for daggers. Got more whites to kill down here, believe. Let's put some death ward on Bismuth. Try to protect him a little bit from those negative levels. Get some of the other buffs on that we never got around to. Probably don't really need these, but we might as well have them on. Alright, I think there was a guy down here. Oh, the dagger. Oh, I'm glad we saw that. Yeah, if there's any more like that where we don't have the perception to see him, it would be bad. Where is it? Okay, oh, he's right there. He's hiding in the shadows.
I will resist. Too late for apologies.
It's real time it. Finish this one off. Yeah. He's got a dagger. Oh. Look at this. What's that? Old doll. A wooden doll. The wood is darkened with age, but the word Ran can still be seen carved crookedly into its side. Ah, Ranhild's Day. The note found at the Shrine of Gorham says that Ranhild and her mother set off for the Shrine of Pulura. Maybe evidence of that in the vicinity of the shrine. Okay. We don't have to go to Winter Sun. Maybe. Did that... Alright, we'll have to show that doll to Auden. Maybe we don't have to leave this area. Maybe all these will be taken care of here nearby. Greater Skeletal Champion Berserker over there. Let's not press our luck. Oh, there's one of our daggers.
Make every strike count. Did we find trouble? No, they did.
Is there just this one guy?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Looks like he's pretty tanky. Hit him with the instrument. Take that.
I'll hit you.
This is a weird area. I can't tell where we can walk and where we can't. What a mess.
You won't survive me.
Nice line. Let's just finish him off. Thank you. Oh, and we got more. Kind of thought maybe he wouldn't be the only one hanging around down here. Oh boy. These things. Shadows. Oh wow, they're all over too. How about we haven't called on our duality of conjuring and summoning for a while. Let's get some help. Oh no, did they come out? We got two friendly and one not. Okay, I don't know if they can't actually walk through here. So maybe Lon's safe actually where he is. Just start firing away.
Endure this.
Social. We forgot to put the Cat's Grace mass on earlier. We can do that. Can't really hit a lot with the fire snake from there. Just move. Boy, Sela and Aegis, can they keep this whole group at bay down here? Oh no.
Into the fray.
Bismuth, let's get you down here into the fray. There's a nice little choke point there, but did you just take 5 strength from her for Aegis? It's Aegis that took strength damage. The Nabasu are just fighting each other. We could use the tankard too. Or you could just use like Spirit Paladins. They're a little safer. Let's do that. Put them down here. Distraction. If nothing else, they're really hard to hit. Nice. The Paladin killed that one. Oh, we got 2 of them up here on lawn. That's not good. Not good at all. Social, can you finish off that one? Oh, not quite.
Desna, guide my hand.
Good, Arushala. Yeah, those Spirit Paladins make for great distractions. While Sela and Aegis do the work on the shadows here. Good. Ooh, 4 strength from Social. Okay, we cleared out the ones that came up here. Lon, why don't you kill that Nabasu? Okay. And those 2 friendlies can focus on something else. Let's see. Social took strength damage. We've got another skeletal berserker back there. We're just about to finish off these shadows.
Strike as one.
Okay, that one's down. One left over here.
No glory without risk.
Okay, took care of that one. Just got this guy left. Bismuth, go get him. Oh, nice. Got the knockdown. Okay, let's just get everybody over there. Finish this. There we go. Okay. right. Wow. Well, we took some stat damage we need to take care of. All right, we're good to go. Let's loot everybody. See if we pick up any more of those daggers we're looking for. There's one. To look and see how many we're at. Feels like we might be getting kind of close to our 21 that we're collecting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus 8, 15, 16. So should be 5 more of them laying around. I'm just worried that we're going to have missed something. Hopefully we'll be able to see it on the map. We did. So there's kind of one corner left down here that we haven't visited. Oh, what was this?
This was simple enough.
Remnants of a ship that once bore a Sarkorian chieftain on their final journey.
They will break
Oh,
against
great.
our resolve.
Bunch of specters. I'm just going to put it on real time and see what happens because I don't want to
Killing is
deal with them. Turn-based would take forever. We'll just deal with the negative levels. Did Ember take some?
disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, Ember took a bunch. I think she might have been the only one, though. Everybody else good to go, I think. Okay. That was pretty good. Pick up the sword. Okay. Uh-oh. Was that back? Was that? Oh. Regnard. Stop. Regnard is breathing heavily and his face is red with exertion. He's holding a two-handed sword, but the weapon is obviously too heavy for him. The tip of the sword wavers as he holds the blade in his trembling hands. Wait, I have to kill him myself. Regnard takes up a fighting stance, but he has clearly had no training. He shifts his weight uncertainly, and his knees are shaking. Stay back, it's too dangerous. Regnard lowers his sword. He looks bitterly disappointed. You sound like our guards. Fine, whatever you say. I mean, we don't want you overexerting yourself out here. Chieftain Alberry. All right, let's not real time it. Kind of like to check this thing out. Neutral evil undead. Got some damage reduction. Let's see if we can bust through that. Lon got one hit in there. Let's get a smite. Was it evil? Yeah. Nice.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Okay, we can't hit it. Oh boy. All right. He did not like Ember. See what the Instrument of Freedom does. Oh, didn't even move his health bar. Must have a ton of health. So still, I guess we try to get Ember back up. Negative 43. It was too much. Yeah. Arusula instant enemy him.
Make your peace.
The arrows are just bouncing off. Juan's probably going to be his next victim. If we don't do something. Bismuth, let's head this guy off before he goes after our other squishy folks. Oh, jeez. Okay. Zeke and Saxon. We could let's stone skin Sela. So still maybe the breath of life now. Can we get her up? Yeah. Ember, I don't think we want you trying to stand up just yet.
I will resist.
Oh, jeez. He's just cleaving us to death. Bismuth is down. Ember's down again. Zeke is in bad shape. Let's move him away from this disaster. Let's use the tankard. Get help from Azada. We got a couple of them out. Did we? Lililand Azada and Greater Bolania Azada. Okay, as long as they don't kill us in the process, we'll take all the help we can get. We got 3 of them. Okay. Yeah, Zeke, let's just move you back even further. We've got one more instrument of freedom. Let's put that, let's give that to Sela. They're doing that sound burst that just hurts everyone. Alright, so we need some healing. Lon, we need some big hits. Wow, what did that Stargazer think he was going to do against this thing? Guess we should have let him attack it. See what happened. I had a feeling it wouldn't end very well, though. Come on, Sela. Okay, Zeke. We could use... See, did our protection from evil run out? I think it did. Alright, we're gonna take this thing eventually. Come on.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Here we go. Nice. Dead man has been defeated. The commander should return to Ragnar and talk to him. Okay. Besides Ember suffering some critical wounds. This great sword. Nice equipment there. Okay. Anything else outside here? We still have this corner. I don't know if we can actually get to it though.
We march ahead.
Yeah, we're at the edge of the map, so I don't. We don't have all 21 daggers. I guess we can take another scout around here and see if we see anything else. I think we pretty much covered every inch of this place. We need to talk to Kater again. So maybe we head inside and we have at least a couple things we can finish up.
I will guide us.
Looks like this Pulura's Fall area may be at least a 3-part series. Back over here. Anything?
That is
Oh,
one
yeah.
discovery.
Okay. Glad we looked.
Godspeed.
Down here.
I was
Oh,
successful in my
wow.
search.
All right. What are we at now? 7, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2 more. They're probably just laying around out here. We need perception to see them. Okay.
Let us press
Well, let's go in and get some resolution maybe on some of these things.
we march ahead.
Let's find Kater first. I want to talk to him. He was back in here, was he not? Someone helped me find your grave. Why do you have a grave? Why do you visit that place? Kater chuckles bitterly. I see there's nothing that doesn't interest you, Knight Commander. That grave, the existence of the Temple Enclave, and the work that we were doing had to remain a secret. And by secret, I mean secret. We wouldn't even let our families know that we were safe, but I was sure my Imris would try to find me. The two of us were newlyweds. We had barely said our vows before the wound opened. There is a sad light in Kater's eyes, and his stern face softens. I knew we would be stuck here for a long time, maybe even for life. I wanted to fulfill my duty and protect the temple, but I also wanted my wife to survive. And to do that, she would have to move on. So I built a fake grave for myself in the first place I knew she would look. I know that everything happened the way I planned. She found the grave and saw for herself that I had perished. She thought my comrades had buried me, and she mourned my death. But she found the strength to go to Mendev. I do not know what happened to her after that, but I hope she found happiness. It's been a lifetime since then. As for why I still go there, it's where Imris and I got married. I have never felt more joy than I did on that day in that place, but it is also the place where I felt the most misery, the place where I carved my name on a tombstone and said goodbye to the past. So I go there to remember. That is all. Okay. So there was somebody else in here that was concerned about what Kater was up to. Doesn't seem like he was doing anything malicious. Teriel must hear Kater's story. Okay, alright. They were back in here, I think. There's Auden. We need to talk to him. Teriel
Our path
in here?
leads on.
Teriel nods at you, but does not look up from his parchments. Just a moment. One moment. I have discovered Kater's secret. He followed the rules just like everyone else, and severed all ties with his family. He did everything he could to make Imris think he was dead. He even went so far as to dig his own grave by the stone tree. Teriel stares at you in stunned silence. Finally, he manages to speak. Oh, Kater? Always with such wild ideas. Even when he was young, he could never do anything by halves. Teriel sighs. I probably judge others by what is in my own heart. If I could send a message to my family, if I could see them again, I wouldn't give a damn about the temple's rules. I begged Kater to let me go outside with him so I could see my wife and children, at least secretly. I begged him. I was so angry. I reminded him that if I hadn't introduced him to Imris at the Midsummer Fest, he wouldn't even be married. I was selfish. The pain of thinking I would never see my family again nearly drove me out of my mind, and all the while I was tormenting my best friend, trying to make him feel guilty for depriving me of happiness. When I found out that he had been going to the stone tree, I immediately imagined him going to see Imris, the way I dreamed of seeing my own wife. I've hated him for 70 years. The whole time I pretended he didn't exist. I lost my family and then I lost my friend. I've doomed myself to bitter loneliness. Kater, I must go to him immediately and ask for his forgiveness. Thank you, Commander. You have given my friend back to me. May Pulura keep you safe. Now, where did I put my quill? Okay. Alright, that checks that one off. We need to talk to Auden. He's right out here. Auden is muttering quietly to himself. The tablecloth needs mending. Oh, it's you again. I found Ranhill's doll. Your family tried to make it to Pulura's temple, but... Huh. So I guess we can choose not to tell him about the doll. I think we gotta tell him we found the doll. For a while, Auden is silent. He stares down at his hands. But why? His voice is dull and lifeless. Why did they come here? They were so close, and we were hiding behind the walls the whole time, not even daring to breathe. We didn't help them. Auden looks up, his face deadly calm. Well, that settles it. If I had been where I was supposed to be with my family, I would be lying in a grave now. I should not be alive. No, Auden, you survived for a reason. You need to live. Your knowledge of the stars will help us close the wound. Your family will be avenged, and so will Sarkoris. But only if we stay alive. Only if we fight. Don't leave us, Auden. Keep on fighting. A sudden resolve fills Auden's eyes, and he squares his shoulders. You're right. If not us, then who? Who will show these monsters they can't get away with attacking our families, our children? I will do everything in my power as a Stargazer to help you. But first, I'll get the bottle of wine I've been hiding away for a special occasion, and call everyone together to mark a day of remembrance. We've gazed at the stars for so long, afraid to look back at those we've left behind. We have started to forget why we are fighting. I've made a decision. On the day of remembrance, we will drink and reminisce about all we've been through. We'll cry and we'll laugh, because after everything, we're still alive, right? Yes, we're alive and we will fight. Thank you, Commander. Make sure you don't forget the people you're fighting for. Nice. So, that just leaves Regnard. Let's go talk to him. Here. See what he has to say. Regnard nods at you. Has your road of adventures brought you back to me? Don't think I should give... Oh, he wants the sword from that guy. Yeah, here you go. Regnard doesn't even look at the sword. He stares off dully into the distance. It's just a thing, another toy. These swords will never see battle. They're as useless as I am. You know what? I don't really care about the sword or about the history of Sarkoris. It's gone. It was razed to the ground. The dead chieftains have risen up to fight against their own people. The Stargazers who once advised them are now holed up in caves like rats, afraid to set foot outside. I want to fight. No one's ever taught me, but I'm a Kelid, and every Kelid is a warrior. The guards refused to let me outside. I had hoped that I could go out with you and fight the enemy, but after watching you in battle, I realized I wouldn't stand a chance. I'm not a real warrior. Looks like I'll be slaving over constellation charts forever. The Stargazer gives a mirthless chuckle. Thank you for taking me out of fighting. Talking me out of fighting. The walking undead would tear me apart in no time. You could ask Kater to let you join the guard. You don't think I've asked? I'm under strict orders not to put myself in danger. Eliandra says I'm one of the most gifted Stargazers, and my talent is needed here. And Kater. Regnard snorts contemptuously. He always says I'm too young. Too young, and that's just it. The curse of this place. We don't get old, we don't get sick, and we don't change. It's always the same conversations and jokes, the same arguments, the same food, and the same schedule. Those who arrived here when they were old are still old, and those who came here when they were young are still young. A guard can't become a Stargazer even if he studies hard and shows tremendous talent. Likewise, a Stargazer can't become a guard, no matter how much he wants to wield a weapon. Everything must remain as it was on the first day of our imprisonment, and that's the way things are. Everything is always the same. Ragnar shakes his head sadly. Our bodies are healthy, but our souls are dying. My soul is dying. Training at night is the only thing that keeps me going. I've been trying to master the techniques used by the guards when they fight, but I'm not very good. Not that anything will come of it, of course. It's all useless. Nothing ever changes in this damned place. I'll speak with Kater. I don't think he'll be indifferent to your suffering. Ragnar shakes his head. There's no point. Kater is just like the rest of us. He doesn't change. Why do you have so many weapons? I collect ancient Sarkorian artifacts and study their history. We all find ways to escape the monotony of life in this temple. If we didn't, I think we'd all lose our minds. Anyway, this is what I do. Thanks to Cabriri's cultists, there's plenty of material for me to study, though it's somewhat lacking in variety. Tell me about the atrocities committed by Cabriri's cultists. Ragnar sighs. You must have seen them. When the demons realized that the inhabitants of Iz were fleeing down the river, cultists of Cabriri, Lord of Ghouls, disturbed the slumber of the noble chieftains who were sent to their rest in the lake near the temple. The chieftains sailed on ornate barges to Pulura's temple, and then we were sent on to the waterfall. The waterfall is all dried up now, of course, but at the time it was part of the ritual ceremony. When they went on their final journey, the chieftains were dressed in their best armor, and their most prized weapons were placed at their side. They were also given a ritual dagger with an epitaph on its hilt. According to the legends, the great chieftains were just sleeping, and they would awaken whenever Sarkoris was threatened. Ragnar chuckles sadly. The legends were true, in a manner of speaking. They woke up, and thanks to the demons, they destroyed everyone who stood in their way. They still can't rest in peace, although the cultists have long since abandoned these lands. Luckily, the undead kill demons too. So in some strange way, I suppose our ancestors are protecting us. Okay, let's go speak to what's his name? Kater again. Maybe that will finish this. We can convince Kater to let Ragnar join the guard. I want to discuss Ragnar, the Stargazer. Kater chuckles grimly. Whenever I hear the name Ragnar, I expect another tearful plea to let him enlist. Is that why you are here? Ragnar's suffering. He has the soul of a warrior, and he will waste away if he cannot follow the path his heart desires. Kater hesitates. Though he tries to remain stern, you get the feeling it's mostly for show. I agree, he says at last. To give the boy a chance. He may join as a new recruit and begin his training. Eliandra will probably not be happy that I've allowed one of her stargazers to be distracted from stargazing, but she is too soft to object. It is settled then. I won't let Ragnar leave these walls until he proves himself ready. The call of one's heart is a serious matter, but such calls often fade after daily drills and a few painful blisters. Okay. It's back to Ragnar. I spoke with Kater. He's ready to take you on as a new recruit. Really? But how did you convince him? Wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Ragnar can barely contain his excitement. All right, I have to focus. I can't let you and Kater down. I will start training immediately. Thank you. You've given me a second chance at life, and I'll never forget it. Okay. Time to return to Eliandra. All right, we didn't finish this, though. I think before we speak to Eliandra, I'm going to go take another sweep of the outdoors and see if we can find anything else out there. And then we will talk to Eliandra about this ritual. So, that'll be next time. I really appreciate you being here with me, and I hope you'll join me again. Bye for now.